up? It's Kathy, and I'm here with another process video. And this is for a layout that I created during the spring crop that Paper Issues had. And that was back on the 17th and 19th. And it was for a selfie challenge, which that's pretty easy for me to do because I do take a lot of selfies. And I decided to film this one. Some of the others I didn't film, but this one I did film because I kind of thought I was going to really like it. And I was right. This turned out to be, so far, I think my favorite layout of the year that I've created. I just really like it. It's just kind of a thrown together. I didn't think it through a whole lot. I started with just a gray and white striped background and just did the black paint stripes with like a foam brush and craft acrylic paint. And now I'm debating which vellum I want to put over it. And I, of course, end up going with one that's got like gold and pattern as opposed to plain because I will always pick pattern over plain. That's just the way I am. And you may notice my voice sounds a little off. I am recovering from being ill for the past little while, which is why I wasn't able to get this this video up right after the crop. And also because I had other projects to work on, so I just kind of stashed this video aside to edit and put up when I had a chance. So I figured I got to get it up because I was really happy with how it turned out. You know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything. I just was like, okay, this is kind of a neat little layout, and maybe people might be interested in getting a few ideas off of it. Anyway, so I mostly went with 6x6 papers because I have a lot of 6x6 paper pads, so why not use it up? And because there was just going to be pieces peeking out, the smaller patterns worked really well. So I alternated between, I said that word the first time I recorded this and it still doesn't sound right, and I still think I'm saying it wrong, and I don't know, I'm just not in a good headspace right now from being sick. Anyway, so I switched between, there, I'm going to say switched between colored pattern paper and just kind of black and white. So two of them are from crepe paper. That colored one is with the stripes. I love that one. It was from an older, like couple of years ago collection. Same with the floral, came from the same collection. The leaf one actually came from a fall paper pad from like the fall that just passed. So it was pretty recent. And that I think is from the Wonder collection, that paper with the black stripes, and just happened to be in my stash. So it's not a 6x6. It was just left over. But I liked all those papers kind of together, even though, you know, one's a fall paper and one's from like kind of a baby paper and stuff like that, because it just kind of brought out some of the colors in the picture. And it brought out a bit of the pattern on like my scarf and stuff, and yeah, I just thought it kind of went well. So I had earlier, just as a test, cut out this because I just wanted to make sure it worked and I liked it. And I just had this font on my computer, and I cannot remember what it's called, but it was one that I got from dafont.com, and it's that script one that you see, and I blew it up huge and stretched it out till it was, you know, just kind of worked on it till it was the size that I wanted it, and sent it through my Silhouette. And I cut it on a floral paper from a Maggie Holmes collection, just so that it would have some pattern to it. The other side's like a green. I think it's not the Shine one, but I think it might have been Bloom, because I don't think there was any green in Gather. If there was green in Gather, though, it was from the Gather collection. If not, it's from the Bloom. Anyway, I think it was blue. So I'm just debating like what I want to do for. I loved the little teepees, and I kind of just mostly because of the patterns, the colors, stuff like that. I mean, it had nothing to do with anything other than just I liked the way it looked and kind of made me think of like home, even though it's not. It's more of like a vacation um, chipboard set. But then I found that camera, and the camera's black and white, and of course I'm a camera person. I love taking photos and scrapping, of course, so why not? So I loved the idea of putting that camera on there. And just because it was so bold and large, too, it just worked out. The frame is from a different, it's so funny, it's from a different Maggie Holmes collection. So there's Open Book on this and Shine by the looks of it. I think those are the two I went with um, for chipboard pieces. Like the lion came from Open Book, and I wanted to do the lion because I just thought of being brave, being bold, being like a lion. Anyway, so the reason I even took the picture and the reason like I'm kind of holding my sweater open is um, a lovely fellow paper issues girl sent me a T-shirt when she had heard that I wasn't doing so well and was struggling with my depression and whatnot, and she had remembered that I loved loved seeing this shirt that said "Nevertheless, she persisted," and from a thing that had happened in politics in the States that I'm not going to get into because I'm not going to discuss that. But kind of a I'm a I like Elizabeth Warren, and when you twist that statement around from what the original context was to this context of like nevertheless she persisted, it's actually it's been turned into a really almost inspirational little little quote like, yeah, well, you know what, nevertheless we're going to persist. You can try to stop us, but nevertheless we're going to persist. So she made this shirt for me and I love it, and I was just taking a picture of it, and of course you can't see it perfectly because I'm not that great at doing self like outfit of the day type selfies where I've like set up like a tripod or something like that and taken a picture of my entire shirt. But I did, um, I did get some of it in the shot, and I just liked the idea of the selfie, and I was really happy with how it turned out. Um, I did myself up that day and was wearing my lipstick and feeling really good about myself. And so I was just really happy and just really wanted to scrap that pretty much. Put in some B-side stickers from Basic Grey. Uh, pouring out one for my friends at Basic Grey because I love Basic Grey and I miss them. Anyway, so I'm just trying to find something that I can write nevertheless. So I just want like tiny word stickers, and I do kind of fiddle around with where they're going to go because I need something really tiny. And yes, I understand that nevertheless is just one word, but I couldn't fit it all, even with these tiny, tiny stickers. So I had to put never, I think, and then the less underneath it, unfortunately. I had to think, and I always just kind of use my Exacto when I'm fiddling around with these things. And no, I haven't cut myself with it yet doing this particular event, but or process, but it hasn't stopped me from cutting myself otherwise. yeah, so I did have to like put it on two different lines, which kind of sucks. But oh well. Um, you know, it is what it is. And kind of do it the way you need to. So yeah, like as you can see, the stickers and the chipboard pieces and everything is just, it is literally just a hodgepodge, hodgepodge of different items, different kind of symbols, stuff like that. And no, I kind of feel like that perfectly explains me anyway. I am a hodgepodge of different things. So, works out really well. And it's a really simple layout. It's not, there's not a huge amount of stuff going on, but I am super happy with how it turned out. It just kind of brightened, it actually just literally brightened my mood when I finished it. I was so happy with it. So, anyway, don't be afraid to scrap your selfies, because sometimes they're the only pictures that we get of us, like, because we're often taking the pictures, we don't get in them. So I like taking a lot of selfies or selfies with the kids to make sure that I'm in there, even with goofy faces. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and have an awesome day. And pictures are coming up. So bye.